informing you? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you.
Bro, you have a Twitter show, dog. You're officially under me, okay? Tucker Carlson is literally a level below podcasters. Think about that. Think about how pathetic that is, dude. Oh my God. You went on Twitter? Oh, Jesus Christ, this is so good. Here's Tucker Carlson's dumbass monologue from his wood panel house.
You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true. Speech is the fundamental prerequisite for democracy. That's why it's enshrined in the first of our constitutional amendments. Amazingly, as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech. The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now.
Dude, it's so over. I'm sorry. Anyone who's ever watched a Twitter video knows one thing and one thing only, and that is Twitter video is dog shit, okay? Good luck to Tucker Carlson. Yeah, you're gonna do a 30-minute show on Twitter? Suck my dick, okay? No one is gonna be able to watch more than a minute and a half without that shit reloading, okay? Are you joking?
It's Tucker Carlson. You often hear people say the news is full of lies, but most of the time that's not exactly right. Much of what you see on television or read the New York Times is in fact true in the literal sense. It could pass one of the media's own fact checks. Lawyers would be willing to sign off on it. In fact, they may have. But that doesn't make it true. It's not true. At the most basic level, the news you consume is a lie of the stealthiest and most insidious kind. Facts have been withheld on purpose, along with proportion and perspective. You are being manipulated. How does that work? Let's see. If I tell you that a man has been unjustly arrested for armed robbery, that is not, strictly speaking, a lie. He may have been framed. At this point, there's been no trial, so no one can really say. But if I don't mention the fact that the same man has been arrested for the same crime 6 times before...
Like, in this media cycle, in this day and age, dude, if you're not steadily pumping out content, you're gone. You're yesterday's news. But you're probably yesterday's news if you're a conservative commentator regardless when you find yourself online. What do I mean by this? Well, what I mean is simple. There are big dogs in the online sphere. Daily Wire comes to mind, right? They do not have a fraction of the real politic power that Tucker Carlson has. Tucker Carlson on primetime television at Fox News was able to bring the likes of Kevin McCarthy and bully them. Politicians openly talked about on background and even anonymously and even sometimes openly, how terrified they were of Tucker Carlson's influence and the power that he held. And you saw it. I mean, they would literally go on his show and be berated by him.
By no definition was it a terror attack. That's a lie. You told that lie on purpose, and I'm wondering why you did.
Damn, dude, he's whipping them, dude.
Well, Tucker, thank you for having me on. When you aired your episode last night, I sent you a text shortly thereafter and said, listen, I'd like to go on because the way I phrased things yesterday, it was sloppy and it was frankly dumb. And
I don't buy that. Whoa. I don't buy that. Look, I've known you a long time, since before you...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, that's a talk show host. That is a senator. Oh my, I gotta run that back. This is awesome, dude. I love hog infighting, by the way, but god damn, dude.
On because the way I phrased things yesterday, it was sloppy and it was frankly dumb. And
I don't buy that. Whoa. I don't buy that. Look, I've known you a long time, since before you went to the Senate. You're a Supreme Court contender. You take words as seriously as any man who's ever served in the Senate. And every word you repeated that phrase. I do not believe that you used that accidentally. I just don't.
So, Tucker, as a result of my sloppy phrasing, it caused a lot of people to misunderstand.
What is happening? Woo! So a lot of that was not because Tucker Carlson is a particularly effective propagandist. He is, certainly. But because that is the primetime slot. The entire purpose of Fox News is to manipulate the Republican Party to better do the bidding of their corporate masters. Okay? That's number one. And number two is, Tucker Carlson on the primetime slot commanded a gigantic audience of primary voters. Tucker Carlson on Twitter, on the other hand, is an entirely different story. The reason for Tucker Carlson's prominence is the primetime slot, as we already talked about. But now that that's gone and he's not even on TV and he's on Twitter instead of like YouTube with the Daily Wire or I don't know, any other platform, he's super duper cooked. You can look at like these 3-minute videos and how many views they have on Twitter and be a absolute baboon about it and think like that 22 million Twitter views actually means something when it doesn't, okay? Especially considering that Twitter video counts as a view as long as like 50% of the video is showing as it auto plays on your timeline as you're scrolling past it. Yeah, that's not real, dog. Those aren't real views, okay? It's entirely different than like having every goddamn retirement home and every goddamn airport, playing his shit on TV nonstop to a captive audience, okay? Doesn't work that way. If Bill O'Reilly fell off, if Glenn Beck fell off, if Megyn Kelly fell off, Tucker Carlson is also gonna fall off. And Megyn Kelly actually went to another TV network after, and she still fell off. No. Now, it won't look like Tucker Carlson fell off. Why? Because he's on Twitter and because Elon loves him. Okay? So it won't look like he fell off because they'll juice his shit. They'll make him as unmanageably annoying as humanly possible. He won't shut the up. He will keep getting like a tremendous amount of views on Twitter. And worse than that, journalists will constantly talk about it because, let's be real, myself included, we are media demons, and anyone who's in the media loves Twitter and can't shut the about what's going on Twitter. And then there are really annoying versions of this, like, for example, every blue check mark that is saying the dumbest shit with the utmost confidence on the platform, okay? Tucker Carlson represents the blue check mark brigade. He says things that they agree with. He says things almost specifically to them. That is the reason why I believe Elon will juice him. That is the reason why I also think journalists will constantly talk about him. I can't believe Tucker Carlson said this. We gotta write a Daily Beast article on, week after week after week until it gets boring, and then inevitably journalists stop. But having said that, Tucker Carlson will no longer have a fraction of the real world political capital, political power that he once had when he had the Fox News primetime slot. That's it. He's cooked. It's Jover. That's what I think. It might not look like he's cooked, but he actually is.
Am I really informing you? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you. And that's what the news media are doing in every story that matters, every day of the week, every week of the year. What's it like to work in a system like that? After more than 30 years in the middle of it, we could tell you stories. The best you can hope for in the news business at this point is the freedom to tell the fullest truth that you can. But there are always limits. And you know that if you bump up against those limits often enough, you will be fired for it. That's not a guess, it's guaranteed. Every person who works in English language media understands that. The rule of what you can't say defines everything. It's filthy, really, and it's utterly corrupting. You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true.
Bro, you have a Twitter show, dog. Welcome to the Little Leagues, bitch. You're officially under me, okay? Suck my cock, Tucker Carlson. Guess what? I'm on Twitch, okay? I'm on Twitch. It's a platform that is literally better than Twitter. Think about that. Every dumb motherfucker that's chirping on Twitter literally would love to be in my shoes instead. All those motherfuckers that constantly are in the shit like, oh, Hassan is not doing enough activism because he didn't give me $1,000 personally, so suck my dick. Oh, please subscribe to my Substack. All those motherfuckers inevitably want to become Twitch streamers or podcasters. Tucker Carlson is literally a level below podcasters. Think about that. Think about how pathetic that is, dude. Oh my God. At least have the dignity and go to like AM radio or something, you idiot. You went on Twitter? Oh, Jesus Christ, this is so good. You're literally a poster, dog. Welcome to Poster's Paradise. Now, you're in the muck. You're in the thick of it with all the rest of the mentally ill charlatans of the world. Have fun. You went from primetime television, you blew it, and I don't know if it was because you were like Rupert Murdoch's like wife to be, former fiance, or what you did, but here you are in your plaid shirt, in your wooden house, talking about, wait, we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna do white supremacy on Twitter. Suck my dick, dude. Good luck. Tim Pool is gonna lap you, brother. You're so oh, it feels great. Oh, it feels so good to see it, dude. God, couldn't have happened to a worse person, you know what I mean? Oh my God. Oh, chef's kiss. Dumbass.